So now that the basic information is covered, I am going to touch on the questions that you guys sent in. Starting with, while recovering, was/is it difficult going to the bathroom? Thinking of doing this procedure someday. So with the bathroom situation, and nothing really changed, nothing was really difficult to do. The only thing that was a little bit hard and I did need help with was my transfers. And my mom took a week off work to help me with that. My sister was also home. My bed is a little bit higher than my chair, just by a little bit, so I did need help getting into the bed, and sliding off of the bed was a lot easier. But even within that first week, I had either my mom or my sister take my legs and carry my legs, and I just handled my upper body, which isn't as heavy as my legs, so I had them help me out like that. Either my mom or my sister would actually help push me to my bathroom, which is actually in my room. Just had to go over there, go to the bathroom. All I did was press up, and I had help taking off my shorts, and then I would be able to transfer onto the toilet and then do my business. Once I was done, I would get back into my chair, get help putting my pants back up. They would help me back into my room, back into my bed. Again, carrying my legs. I would take responsibility for my upper body. They would take responsibility for my lower body. And that's how I did it for the first week. With the actual movement, I did feel more of the soreness here and there, but nothing that wasn't tolerable. So another transfer question is, how many days before is it safe to transfer? First week, I kept my mom and my sister around. They helped me with my transfers, but after that first week was done, I was feeling so much better, and I had been doing, for the past week, my transfers on my own. What's been the hardest part of your recovery? The hardest part of my recovery has absolutely nothing to do with the procedure. The hardest part of my recovery was actually the fact that I had to sleep sitting up and sleep on my back. I am not a back sleeper. I love sleeping on my belly. I love sleeping on my sides, and not being able to do that was the hardest part of the entire process. But that was the hardest part of my recovery, sleeping on my back and sleeping sitting up. I was very happy to getting to week 2 and being able to do more stuff for myself. Did you get any spasms? I took out my wisdom tooth and my legs were having an exorcism the whole time. So I do not get spasms. Some people think that's a good thing. Some people think that's a bad thing. To me, I've never had them really, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. But you're so happy. Not a question I know, just happy for you. Are they settled down? And that is from Chelsea's mom. Hi, Mama. Yes, I am very happy. I'm so happy that you're happy for me. How they settled down. So after surgery, I quickly noticed that they weren't very high. They're pretty low. They've kind of been at this level since I got them done, which is actually pretty close to how I naturally had them. I feel like they have settled. I know I still have a couple weeks for them to completely settle and for me to see the final results. I hope to see you soon, so come and visit. Do you think the weight of the implant would bother someone with a higher level of injury? I don't think so. I know someone with a high level injury who has their breast done, and I don't really see her struggle with it much, and I don't really see a problem for me right now. I think I got a pretty good size where it balances everything out, and especially being in a chair, I want everything to look proportioned. Which one hurts more, the lift or the implants? And I can't really say which one hurt more because I did do both at the same time. And like I mentioned, it wasn't really a painful process. I was expecting more pain than what I had because of the lift, but that wasn't the case. Like I said, I didn't really need painkillers. The only pain that I did have was soreness, which isn't necessarily pain. It was more soreness, like if I had gone to the gym, worked out my chest area, worked out my arms, and then came home, and then the next day I was sore. What was one of the main reasons for why you got your lift? So one of the reasons for why I did feel like I needed personally a lift was because my breasts were very low and very deflated. My weight has fluctuated throughout the years. When I was getting out of middle school and entering my freshman year of high school, I was definitely on the heavier side. And then between like 16 and like 17, I dropped the weight. And at 17, I had my accident, which when I was in the hospital, I lost a lot of weight. And being in the hospital between the months of February and April, I was down to 90 pounds. After getting used to my life in a chair, I started gaining the weight that I had normally had, and then I gained a little bit too much weight, where I wasn't really comfortable with what I was seeing in the mirror. Personally, for me, and what I was seeing in the mirror and what I knew I was going to be happy with was losing a couple pounds, which I didn't really have a set number in mind of how many pounds I wanted to lose. It's not very easy for me to like go on a scale and weigh myself, so that wasn't necessarily something I focused on as far as numbers. I was only focusing on what I was seeing in the mirror and how I was feeling. The year before getting my surgery done, I set a goal for myself that I wanted to lose weight first, and then if I had lost the weight between last year and the end of this year, I would go ahead with the breast augmentation, which I did. I cut out fast food out of my diet from the beginning of the year. I wasn't having McDonald's, I wasn't having Jack in the Box, I wasn't having Del Taco and things like that. I did still keep in and out here and there were times where I was craving like fried chicken and things like that, and I would have it, but only on like cheat days. I started cutting out a lot of things from my diet. And then this summer is where I dropped a lot of weight. My mom transitioned to a vegan lifestyle. So the times that I was home, I was able to prepare vegan meals for her and raw meals for her. And I lost a lot of weight like that as well. Still keep now fish and chicken into my diet, but I eat it in a healthy way. I usually try to go with a very healthy salad, and I prefer that to a hamburger. That's like my thing for me, so yeah. So yeah, I ended up losing the weight I wanted to lose. We're already in August. I was starting to see the difference in my weight loss. Set my appointment up for October. I was still losing weight, and by the time my surgery date came around, I felt like my breasts definitely did shrink a lot more. So it was a perfect time to have them done. Got a question on one of my DMs saying why I was avoiding painkillers. I wasn't necessarily avoiding painkillers. My last 3 surgeries for my back surgeries, which was my initial back surgery when I had my accident, a year later when I got my hardware removed because it was just too painful on my body. My last surgery was last year. I had a cyst in my spinal cord. I had to go in and get surgery for, so they had to open my back up, decompress the cyst, and then cut me back together. With those surgeries, I definitely used pain medication. This surgery was honestly one of the easiest surgeries I've had, one of the least painful surgeries I have, and I will do it again gladly. There's a lot of you that are in chairs and that have gone through the breast augmentation process that were actually helping me out and giving me tips here and there as far as sleeping positions and how I can adjust myself in bed. I've been sleeping on my back, so thank you guys so much with that. We've reached the end of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to my journey, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye!